How's it, guys? Ben Richardson here from the National Rifle League South Africa, and welcome to the beautiful province of the Eastern Cape. NRL Hunter is a competition and format that was designed specifically to simulate hunting. It started in America, it's been highly successful there, and we are growing in South Africa. We've got competitions countrywide. In essence, what it is the ultimate hunting simulation. You've got 4 minutes, find, range, engage. Classes wise, equipment wise, you don't need all the bells and whistles. Factory rifles are encouraged. You've got weight limitations, which limits some of the more competition specific rifles, and you've got caliber restrictions or caliber limitations. In essence, what we're trying to encourage is we're trying to work with a power factor and a bullet selection combination that is, in a real world scenario ethical in harvesting animals up to reasonable distances with body shots. So you're trying to simulate that scenario. Real world scenario, animals don't stand there and you get 15 minutes to dope them. So what we do with NRL Hunter is we give the guys 4 minutes, find, range, engage. You will either have one target with 4 different positions, you will have 2 targets with 2 different positions, or you will have 4 targets with 1 shooting position. That will be your combination. The distances can be anything from 100 meters out to roughly about 850, 900 meters, although we don't really go that far. Okay, Terblanche, welcome to stage 4.
Thank you.
Alright, so you've got 4 targets, 1 position. Once you've identified all 4 targets, you may proceed to that area just left of the tripod. It's nice and flat. Is there anything else that you'd like to know?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Alright, good. We try and do animal themed targets as much as we can. So we give the guys a general direction of where they are, but we are trying to encourage the guys to start developing their scanning abilities, to work a little bit harder for the animals, to see them against the clock, make the mental calculations. If you've got ballistics in your rangefinder, that's fantastic, but a piece of paper on your arm with dope that's written down is just as good. What you need is a rangefinder. That is quite an important part for this game. And a decent pair of binoculars if you have. If you don't have, we always have available at matches.
Hi, I'm Terblanche Jager. We're out here at the NRL Hunter Eastern Cape shooting an awesome match. It's a challenging course of fire. The wind's also not great today, but it's fun. It's really fun, enjoying ourselves. Just a quick look at my setup. I'm shooting a Tikka CTR 6.5 Creedmoor. The reason for the 6.5 Creedmoor is just minimizing recoil while still making power factor. It helps a lot with unconventional positions and positional shots, so it's a great shooting rifle. It's in a Phantom X chassis, amazing chassis, really lightweight. If you want, you can pack it full of weights, put it in a real competition PRS type of shoot, and it will perform flawlessly. On the front, I've got an RF Tactical muzzle brake. It's keeping my rifle tame, and now I'm enjoying it a lot. At the bottom there's a RF Tactical bipod, extreme versatility. It's a great bipod for this game, and it works perfectly. And then the big guy on top of the rifle, the Element Theos. This is an awesome piece of kit, one of the best I've ever shot through. The scope has got amazing mechanical performance, glass quality is exceptional. It's just a perfect scope for any type of scenario. Before I started shooting NRL Hunter, I was big into NRL race gun and PRS type shooting. That's when my love for the game started. I started off with a Titan, Element Titan, and it performed flawlessly. I've got no issues. It's still on my race gun at the moment, but for now I got the opportunity to shoot the Theos, and it's it's performing exceptionally. Previously I was a bit worried about the Theos being a bit heavy for the setup due to the weight restriction of the NRL Hunter major class. The weight restriction is 7.25 kilograms, and with my Titan on here I came in barely below 7.25. I was like 7.2 on the dot with this exact setup and the Titan on top. So I was afraid that the Theos would be a bit heavy, and I put it on and I weighed it, and come to find it was actually lighter than the Titan. So tank of a scope, and it's performing flawlessly, and it's still lighter than the Titan. So for the NRL Hunter game, it's a perfect choice. You can't go wrong with the Theos.
Back, next position. Back, next position.
Happy?
30 seconds left.
Position chop.
Position is sharp. Make it chill. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Back. Yes, mate. Well done.
Traditionally, and this is the way that I started hunting, is you go hunting once a season. You take your rifle out of the safe, go to the range, take your factory ammo that you bought or perhaps hand loaded, go to the range, shoot off an X bag, get a nice grouping at 100 meters, perhaps go out to 300 meters at a range on a bench, do a grouping, go to the farm, shoot off an X bag, and you go and hunt. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the guys to use the equipment that they currently own and have, 308s, 306s, 7x57s, 708s, hunting rifles that the guys have, and start using that in a positional scenario where they can actually fine-tune their hunting skills. So what we normally tell the guys is give yourself 2 minutes to find and range, and then 2 minutes to engage. Because what happens now in a normal hunting scenario, if you are a once a season or twice a season perhaps hunter, and you walk into that big buck, you will get buck fever. What NRL Hunter does is we try and simulate that, and we do actually manage to do that under the time pressure. So now we give a guy a scenario. He must figure the problem out. He must do everything under time pressure. He must find the animal, range it, do the dope, figure out the wind. You don't have time on a stage to sit with a little kestrel and measure the wind. So you have to sort of think on your feet. So you start learning your ballistics of your rifle better. You don't always have a bench where you can go prone. If the grass is too long, you are going to struggle. You're not going to be able to prone. So we teach the guys how to use their equipment, like tripods, which has traditionally been used in photography a lot. But tripods, when used effectively and when practiced with, becomes not only an observation platform, but an essential shooting system that can redefine your abilities if you practice with it. Remarkable thing about this competition, it brings back old rifles, old calibers, it brings them back into competition. If, for example, a 308 and a 6.5 Creedmoor tie on points, the one with a higher power factor on count out will win. So if you tie with the 308 and a 6.5 Creedmoor, the 308 will win by default, because you're dealing with more recoil, you're dealing with a bit worse ballistics, but you've got more energy downrange. If you're interested, if you want to know more about it, go and check it out, social media. It's popping up in provinces around the country, and keep an eye out for one coming to a venue close to you.